This is Plyer versus Doe. Revision to education laws in Texas, 1975, withheld state funds for educating children who had not been legally admitted to the United States and authorized local school districts to deny enrollment to such students. Majority of the Supreme Court found that this policy was in violation of the 14th Amendment, as unauthorized immigrant children are people, in any ordinary sense of the term, and therefore had protection from discrimination unless a substantial state interest could be shown to justify it. The court majority found that the Texas law was directed against children and imposed its discriminatory burden on the basis of a legal characteristic over which children can have little control. Namely, the fact of their having been brought illegally to the United States by their parents. The majority also observed that denying the children in question a proper education would likely contribute to the creation and perpetuation of a subclass of illiterates within our boundaries, surely adding to the problems and costs of unemployment, welfare, and crime. The majority refused to accept that any substantial state interest would be served by discrimination on the basis, and it struck down the Texas law. Texas officials had argued that illegal aliens were not within the jurisdiction of the state and thus could not claim protection under the 14th Amendment. The court majorly rejected this claim, finding instead that no plausible cause distinction with respect to the 14th Amendment jurisdiction can be drawn between the resident aliens whose entry the United States was lawful, the resident aliens whose entry was unlawful. The other opinion was also rejected this claim, agreeing that the court had the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment applies to aliens who, after their illegal entry into this country, are indeed physically within the jurisdiction of state. The dissent simply concluded that the distinction the statute drew should survive an Equal Protection Act.